Hi everyone, I have been offline for a while. Perhaps you noticed. I will share with you why, as well as all of the sewing projects I've been working on. And I just think it's time for a little chat about all things sewing. Welcome to Sharon Sews. This is a channel where we talk about sewing and fashion. First things first, why have I been offline? Oh, it's not mysterious, it's not sensational, it's not even that big of a deal. I just got that virus that seems to be sweeping the country. I was sick for 3 weeks. The first 2 weeks, I basically had no voice. I don't know why I'm doing that, but I am, because it was all froggy. I had that froggy voice, actually lost my voice for a while, and I just had a terrible, terrible cough. It went into my chest and I just coughed a lot and it just wasn't very much fun. I didn't feel like doing a video. You would not have wanted to listen to me anyway, and I certainly didn't have anything sewing to share with you, so I just went offline and I slept and took care of myself. I'm happy to report that I'm 110,000 million times better, and I don't even know if that's a number, but that's how much better I feel. In the last week, the third week, as I was recuperating, I actually had enough energy to get a little bit of sewing done. I will share those projects with you at the end of this video. Right before I got sick, I was able to do 2 projects for some friends, and I'm really glad I was able to get that done before I was down for the count. I have a neighbor whom I adore, and when she asks for alterations, I typically will help her out whenever it fits into my schedule. She was a bridesmaid in a wedding, and the dress that she bought, she lost a lot of weight after she ordered it, and she needed me to take it in for just the bodice area, and I agreed to do that for her. It was a little bit more time consuming than I realized because I didn't really look at it that closely, and I had a lot of boning in there. So I had to rip everything apart, had to rip the lining apart, had to take the boning out, had to take the side seams in and then put the boning back in and all those good things. But good news is it worked out for her. And then I fixed a blanket for a friend from church. Her son has a blanket that he really likes, and that satin binding had come off. So she asked if I could fix that. Of course I can fix that for you. I think I've shared this with you before that I don't like to do alterations, and I typically will say no when people will ask me. But if I say yes to you, that means I consider you a good friend. The other thing I was able to finish was a project for the BERNINA We All Sew blog. Whew, I don't like to miss those deadlines. Before I share that project with you, I did write an article for the blog, 5 fall fashions that you can sew now, and I just went through 5 trends that are fairly easy to sew for the fall season. I'll link that article in the description box below if you want to go read that. I actually would appreciate it if you would go read it. And if you read it and you liked it, if you leave a comment, that would even be better. The other project I created is a tutorial for a patchwork apron. I was at my dealer's, that sounds bad. I was at my sewing machine dealer, the BERNINA dealer, and she had this really cute little charm pack of Christmas print, and I thought, what a cute little apron. So I turned it into a tutorial on the We All Sew blog so that you can sew one for yourself. I loved the little retro print. Isn't that adorable? I didn't put pockets on the front side. This is actually reversible. I didn't put pockets on the front because I just didn't want to break this up. And it's really easy, step by step. Every step you need to sew this is on that blog. And if you're a beginner, easy peasy. Here's the back side. I mimicked some more of the patches right there, and then I set it off with some giant rickrack. And this side does have pocket. Did I put 2 pockets? Oh, I put 2 pockets. Can never remember when I design these, what I'm doing, because I design them as I go along. There we go, 2 pockets. Because I figured that way, if you've got it on this way, you could put your phone on the back side, and if you've got it this way, you could put your phone there. I just like to have a pocket to put my phone in when I'm baking. So there we go. What do you think? Tell me what you think. Leave it in the comments for me below. Another thing that I did when I wasn't feeling well was did a little online shopping. That could be very dangerous when you're not feeling well. I placed an order online. Something Delightful had a pattern sale for Vogue and McCall's patterns. Butterick 2 maybe, I don't remember. I ended up buying 3 of the same pattern. I do not even remember putting that in the cart. And I also bought a pattern that I didn't intend to buy. So lesson learned, don't be shopping when your brain is foggy. Here's the patterns I picked up during the sale. Need my glasses. Vogue 1923. This is a bodysuit. I'm not going to make it as a bodysuit, but I like the collar. I'm not real sure how this is going to work on a large vest, but I will check it out for you and let you know. I'll report back on that one. Next, we have Vogue 1922. And this is also, I'm not real sure how that's going to work on a large bust, but I just really like this look. It's kind of a cutout look without being cut out. And I'm going to eliminate the bow. I don't like the bow. I think that's a little odd. And I'm going to eliminate the bow on the back. Also, to tell you the truth, I might even make some changes to it because this is an impure waist. That's going to require a lot of work in the bust area in terms of a full bust adjustment. And I might just take this neckline and just make it just a straight line, maybe a princess seam, I don't know. I'm going to play with it, but I liked that one. I bought Sandra Betsina 1904. I don't always care for the fabric that is chosen, but I do like the design, and it reminds me out of the right fabric, kind of a Zimmerman type dress. This is the pattern I accidentally bought, 1924. I love Sandra Betsina, you know that, and I love her designs, and I've said this before, oh gosh, it's there. Sometimes she can be ahead of trends, but I don't know. This is really odd. It's really odd. So this was a $6 mistake. At least it was on sale. But McCall's $83.50. I bought this one because you have to have a vest this season. They are back in full force. If you don't have a vest, sew one up. The beauty of a vest, it's a quick sew for one thing, and it doesn't take a lot of fabric, and it just really adds to your outfit. It's that nice little third layer. So I'm happy that vests are back in fashion. $83.43. This is the one I bought 3 of by mistake. And fortunately, I found 2 friends that I could gift the other 2 so that they didn't go to waste. I'm actually doing a collaboration with someone on YouTube with this pattern, so stay tuned for that. We have Vogue 1898. Isn't this a lovely, lovely dress? This is a Bagley Mishka. If I can find the original, I'll link that above so you can see a designer dress. This might be my Christmas dress. I haven't decided for sure. And then I have McCall's 8320. I actually think I'm going to do a solo look on this one. I found a top that I really, really like. The lines are similar, not exact, but similar. So I think I'm going to do a solo look and share that with you. The last one I purchased is McCall's 8339. I purchased this one because this is also a maybe for my holiday dress this year. I also ordered a few pieces of fabric online from Metro Textiles. I purchased a knit fabric. This is a pink, and I purchased it because, first of all, I know that they have good quality knit. I've ordered from them before. And I have this orange fabric that I purchased from Emma One Sock about a year ago to make orange pants. And then I chickened out because I wasn't sure what to wear with it. But I saw someone on Instagram that had paired baby pink with the orange. So I'm going to sew myself a top and a pair of pants. It's kind of springy looking though, isn't it? I might have to wait till spring on that one. Another knit. This was supposed to be burgundy. I would not call this burgundy. I think it's definitely more in the purple family, but it's okay. I was going to possibly use it for the holiday season if it was burgundy, but since it's purple, I don't know what I'm going to do with it yet. Sparkle knit. I obviously had holidays on my brain when I was shopping. This isn't that pretty? It's a little sheer, but I want to make a jumpsuit. I know I don't even wear jumpsuits, but there was a jumpsuit in a Berta Style magazine a year or 2 ago that every time I go through my magazines, I'm like, oh, I really like that. I think I'm going to go ahead and try that out of this sparkle knit. We have our Christmas event coming up at church in a couple weeks. Last year I did this outfit, and I think this year I'm going to do the jumpsuit out of this sparkle knit. I did order one more piece of fabric. I ordered this rayon challis. So it's lavender with a little bit of brown through it. I purchased this because I was thinking I might sew this. This is a designer pattern. I just love the look of this. I bought that fabric, but I might sew it out of this rayon challis. I saw this one at Style Maker Fabrics, and I just love this bold print. So I think I might do this one instead. And since I'm talking plans, why don't I just share with you a couple other things that I have planned to sew yet this month in November. The project that is my most favorite that I'm going to be doing really soon is another shirt from my dad, 6368. This is that old 70s vintage simplicity pattern. I've been sewing one of these for my dad For years and years and years and years, I've talked about it before, he had mentioned that he doesn't need any more of those shirts, yet my mother says that those are the ones that he wears fairly often. But I'm respectful of his wishes, and he says he doesn't want any more. However, one of the recent conversations I had with him, he said, you know, if you happen to see any Looney Tune fabric, I wouldn't mind a shirt out of that. So of course I had to search for Looney Tune fabric, and I found some. Oh, I don't remember where I found it. Etsy, eBay, Amazon. There we go. So I've got a shirt coming up. He has a birthday coming up. He will be 89. That's so amazing that I still have my father. He's a pretty awesome guy. But this will be a birthday gift. Really looking forward to being able to do that for him. I also plan on sewing the Sewing Workshop Haiku jacket. This is an old pattern. You might have it in your stash. They also have re-released it as a PDF pattern, and this was the October pattern for the Sew Confident Club, which I am a member of. I'm going to use this lovely sweater knit from Emma Sock, and it's perfect timing because it's gotten kind of cold here in Texas. Here, it's a dark blue. It's kind of a grayish blue, and it's got a little speck of color in it. I think that'll be very versatile. That's it. I don't really have a lot of plans. I really need to get going on my Christmas gifts. Before we move on to everything that I sewed, which really isn't that much, I do want to share with you that you might have an opportunity to take a class from me in 2023. Details are not finalized yet. There are a few things that I'm working on behind the scenes, but I do want to let you know because I'm super excited about it, and I hope that you are too. I will obviously share with you on this channel and my other social media channels if indeed everything falls together, all the stars align, is that what the saying is? It's something that I love to do, I love to teach, and I really love meeting everyone face to face. So stay tuned for that. Now let's talk about what I sewed. Everything that I sewed, I'm not going to go into a lot of detail in this video. I will put a makes video together for you. Right now I'm just going to really quickly show you what I sewed. The Style Art Violet knit jacket. This was in a oh, there we go. Obviously knit fabric. This knit fabric is from Mood Fabrics. It's a fairly lightweight textured white knit. And just to let you know, I do still make some really silly mistakes. I put this band on wrong, not once, not twice, 3 times. 3 times. You'd think I would have gotten it the first time that I ripped it out. And by the way, do you know how hard it is to rip out white stitches on a textured white knit? It's really not that easy. But it's in now and it looks great. Here we have McCall's 3206. This pattern is from 1987 and I sewed this view right here, and that is the top right here. I just wanted to sew something really quick. I just wanted to get back into my sewing mojo, and I thought, you know, grown on sleeve, little collar, fairly lightweight. I went with the plaid because I'm thinking it's fall, I should wear plaid. I don't really like plaid, but I do like this one. Well, this isn't that easy because it's got a front band. Front bands aren't always that simple. However, I think I did pretty good on it, and the plaid matching isn't bad considering I didn't have a lot of fabric. The Itch to Stitch Sabalito top. This one was released about a year ago. I purchased the pattern right away because I love that little pullover design, kind of loose fitting. And my weight's been going up, down, up, down, up, down. So I sewed this a size larger than I typically do. It's actually a little bit too big. I should have just trusted my measurements. You can see I've been wearing it quite a bit. I haven't even ironed it. The fabric is from Stylemaker Fabrics. I just thought the color was really good for fall. And normally Texas falls are fairly warm. We've got a cold spell going on right now, but this would be really good for just a quick little layering piece in the fall. McCall's 8339, a little twist front pullover knit dress. This one I sewed to test the fit. I pulled the pattern piece out and I just could not wrap my brain around how the full bust adjustment should be done. I didn't want to add a dart here, which I certainly could have. And I knew the fullness was here, but I couldn't figure out where the fullness was coming from. It's actually coming from the dress piece. Now that I put this together, I think I know how to do a full bust adjustment, and I will do a dress that is not a test. This is just a test to test the fit. It's a sample to test the fit. The fabric you might recognize was from a fabric haul video. This was from my friend Amy. She sent this knit to me along with a number of other knit. The fit's not bad. I think I can get it better. The Sewing Workshop Helix top. I just have been fascinated by this top every time I see Linda Lee wear it on the Sewing Workshop videos. It is just 2 pieces, so you need a lot of room to cut this one out. This is another sample just to test the fit. It's actually too large. I'll pop up some photos so you can see it. And I didn't really care that you can't see the seaming in it because, again, I was just testing the fit. You can see what I did do is I did a little bit of, where's the stitching there? I can't feel it. Let's see. Right there, right there. I did some stitching, decorative stitching on my sewing machine just to kind of highlight that seam a little bit. And when I sew this again, you'll definitely be able to tell that there are 2 pieces because I'm going to do it in 2 different colors. The Sewing Workshop Crane Street Tee. This is one of the Sew Confident 2022 projects. I am a member of the Sew Confident Club for 2022. And this is one of the Sewing Workshop kits that I purchased. I did sew this tee before. I used a rayon knit just to check the fit. I do that a lot, don't I? If I'm not real sure about something, I just like to test the fit. And 2022, I've kind of been pushing myself out of what I normally wear and trying some different things to see if I like it or not. Okay, I don't like it. I don't like this one. I really wanted to like it. This fabric's gorgeous. It's a beautiful, beautiful knit. And then the back, of course, is the best. You can see there's a contrast, a little rib knit with some top stitching there. The back has a nice drape. I realized after I sewed it, what I don't like about it is the drop shoulder. So I think I can fix it. I might not be able to. I'm gonna look at it and see if I can fix that. The Sewing Workshop Willow blouse. This is another Sew Confident project for 2022. I suspected when I saw this design that I wasn't gonna like it on me, but I still wanted to try it. I think it's got a really neat, unique design with the way that it buttons in the front, it crosses over and buttons. This was a really fun project to sew. I'm going to go into more detail on the makes video because there are some things I want to share with you, but it's just not the most flattering on me, or maybe it's just that I'm just not used to wearing things that are that closed up. I usually like to have a little bit of skin showing here because I am so large in the bust area. And I did manage to get darts in this one. That was a head scratcher. I'll share that with you in the makes video. I'm way behind on my sewing projects for Christmas. I have got to get going on that because I have to get things in the mail because my family is in another state. And I have some really cute little projects that I wish to sew for them this year as gifts, including these cute little mug rugs. They're ugly Christmas sweater mug rugs. I designed them last year. I sewed a number of them. I have a tutorial for you. Be sure to subscribe so that you'll see that when I post that and you can sew this yourself. It's just a fun take on the ugly Christmas sweater trend, which I don't know, is that ever gonna go away? Probably not. It's pretty fun. And before we go, I have got to share an update with my puppy. She's not coming in here. I'm not picking her up because if I pick her up, her legs will hit the ground and her head will be here and she'll just hang there because she's almost 43 pounds. She's 5 months old. She's growing very, very quickly. She is a puppy. She's had her moments where we've been, oh my goodness, what have we done? We are too old to be training a puppy. But we also know once we get through the puppy stage and all the commands and all the training, it's just going to be a fabulous dog. And I will give you an update on her in the next Sewing Chat Friday Sews video. I'll be posting this right before the Thanksgiving holiday in the US. I wish you a happy Thanksgiving. I hope you have a chance to celebrate with your family and friends. And until I see you in the next video, I hope you have a blessed day and happy sewing. Say that fast. There go the dogs. I gotta go see what's going on. I'll be right back.